as Pride Round continues in the WNBL. We get set for the tip-off. It's the Caps taking on the Spirit. With the Caps with first possession. As Bendigo immediately respond down the other end through Pollard to get the first points of the night.
And she's just so good from in early transition from Pollard.
There's Akuzo with strength and lovely connection with Sissoko. You know, 40% from three on Friday night's game, so they're starting off on the right foot. Certainly are. An early 4-point lead. Gran Canazzano makes it count.
On the Friday night, but she does it in all areas. She had 13 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. She's so good as a forward, reading the game on the defensive end. And it's been a slow start on the scoreboard for both teams, but it's been physical up there as we see Poch with a great block, and isn't that a good matchup?
Desperate to see their Caps play finals. Akuzo goes herself for 2 and levels the scores.
I like to see that go down early for Z.
Kelsey Reese, feet set. Couldn't get it done. Great work from Booth underneath the rim. Good defense from Reese and Borlase, but Melbourne keeps it alive. Sissoko. Back to Melbourne. She does find Akuzo, goes off the glass for 2, scores, level again.
And Akuzo, it's so hard when you have them in a pick and roll. Who do you guard? But Nadio. Nice transition basket. She picked the pocket, and that's what she can bring.
This is Jada. Up and in for 2.
And Jada Clark has just impressed me so much all season. With Melbourne out, she had the opportunity for more minutes. Young guard, and the fact she had to move into that point guard position, which isn't her natural position, has been super impressive, but she's been great. And Borlase, they're her first points tonight.
Going into quarter time in the lead will give them a big confidence boost if they want to reverse the result from Friday night. Shot clock down to 4. What will Naz Poch do?
She does it with her offensive rebound, communication, talking to her team. And Babongi, the youngster, with a 3. So good to see her get some minutes tonight.
Caps by 2. Borlase. What incredible form she is in.
She just gives what the defense gives her. She doesn't force anything.
She carries herself so well. Rach, what impresses you the most about Izzy Borlase in the season that she's had?
Yeah, I mean,
takes the tally to 10 points, Kelsey Griffin. First player in double digits. Babongi. Oh, how about that for a move?
Put that on the highlight reel, Rachel.
Why not? Jade Melbourne to inbound for Canberra. Hands it to Babongi. 4 seconds to work with. Oh, they go to Santina, who finishes it off. Great team play from the Caps. Bendigo by 4. Here is Babongi, the woman of the moment.
She is feeling it.
What a great first half so far from Monique Babongi. Pollard off the left, adds a couple more to Bendigo. Oh, and it's stolen away by Meg McConnell. Who races downhill and gets the bucket for the Spirit.
Find her early in transition, and they want no more 3s for her.
Thanks, Carly. There's Kelsey Griffin. We've spoken about it a lot back throughout the season. She is like an additional coach out there. A coach, a captain, a star player. She's everything at the moment.
She is in KG 23, draining a 3.
Bendigo by 9. And the Caps eat into this deficit in the final few seconds. Melbourne off to Akuzo. Here's Poch. From outside the arc, knocks it down. She loves it at the death.
Then you lose 4 of your 5 starters, have a completely new team. But it's a credit to her partner in Kelsey Griffin right there. It's her leadership.
The leading scorer for the Spirit. This time, defending Akuzo gets the bucket. Jade Melbourne to Akuzo. Nice work.
And that's the shot Rach and I were talking about in the first half.
Wants to take on McConnell. Tried to find Akuzo through her hands. Jade Melbourne can steady for Canberra. Goes herself off the right. It's good. And isn't she fired up about it? And now to Booth. Give it to Borlase, who's been closely checked so far tonight. Has Jade Melbourne for company. One-on-one, the two young stars go at it, and Borlase gets herself a bucket. That was tough.
So expect to see a bit more of that. But what I wanted to tell you about was Tracy Peacock, very decorated Canberra Capitals player who is now...
And she just gets up and about. She's jumping around. She's yelling at her teammates. And again, like I said before, it filters down to the rest of the team. Big time play for Zatina Akuzo as we head back down to Carly. Grilfin inbound to Borlase. It rolls in for two. There's Jada Clark swinging across to Potch. Wants to take on Booth. And loses it. Good defense from Bendigo. Griffin takes it away. 15 points, 9 rebounds for KG. She takes on Akuzo, who says, not in my house.
If the Capitals are to be successful tonight.
Griffin nails it. Clark hands it off to Potch. Satina. It's knocked away from Borlase, who's running downhill. Off the glass, gets it done. Clark goes to Morel, who's checked into the game. Up against Kelsey Griffin. It's tough to get around KG, but Morel finds a way.
That is almost another cardinal sin of basketball, is allowing that baseline corner.
Yeah, the cross-court pass to the corner. Just fell asleep in the key there. Caps looking to settle things here as we head towards three-quarter time. Morel off the glass for two. Nicely done. Maybe injured. She's not been on the court. And so I was looking forward to seeing the high-low action between Morel and Akuso, but they can't do that because we need Morel to give Satina a rest. Bet Cole and Rachel Brewster as we get the final quarter underway. And we head courtside to Carly Wilson, who was around the Caps huddle. McConnell off the glass. Nicely done. Takes her tally to 11 points. You're going to be bold enough, Beck?
I think who has earned probably the answer to that question is Bendigo. They've grinded out games, but it's hard to do that here at the Caps Arena, and they're playing a great brand of basketball, but experience has the better of the spirit. So
Bendigo 61, the Caps 58, 7.5 to play. Melbourne floats it in.
That was a sweep.
Borlase, 15 points for her this afternoon. She kicks it out to Werrong. On the money. Great find. Comes down to experience and making the most of your opportunities. Shot clock down to 3. Werrong puts it up, rattles in. It's now a 6-point lead.
That was a tough gather.
Brain Catazano works her way inside, but she loses it, so she's coming a little bit unstuck for the Caps at the moment. And Bendigo looking to put their foot down. Borlase up against Akuzo, too good.
Kennedy praised his team for staying aggressive and staying positive when things got really tight out there. I did notice that Kelsey Griffin had the ice vest on.
Up on Borlase there. That's what they need right now, energy and defensive stops.
She goes, KG adds to her tally. She's owned this contest tonight, and they want to put this match to bed. Here goes Borlase. Well defended.
Yeah, great defense by Sissoko.
Brain Catazano. Defended by Borlase. Hands it off to Akuzo. Has a couple to beat. Look to go back to Sissoko, and she cleans it up in the end. That was a big bucket. They really needed that. Inbound to Borlase. He's just going better as the game has worn on tonight. She's now the leading scorer for Bendigo with 21. Brain Catazano has to go in, it didn't, but Morel gets the O board. She runs into trouble, keeps it alive, back to Melbourne, now to Akuzo. Has to get through Reese with strength, the bucket, with a bonus to come. Brain Catazano Oh, gets it done. Are they alive? Bendigo 77, Cap 68. Final seconds here of the last. Here is Naz Poch. And she does love it when time is running out. As Bendigo close it out at the AIS Arena as they march towards the top 2 finish in the WNBL competition with back-to-back wins against the Caps in round 15. Tonight they win by 4, 77-73.